Hello, welcome to Board Games with Niramas. Today it's time for a run-through of the two-player game Fields of Arle. This game was published by Seaman Games. It's designed by Uwe Rosenberg, and it's sort of a farming simulator for two players. And it sort of brings all the stuff from Agricola and Caverna and puts it into a really nice two-player game. Now this game, at first glance, I didn't think this game looked that nice. It's sort of there's a lot of things to look at, but it's really good mechanics, really fun to play. It's really deep strategic thinking, and there's a lot of variation in it as well. So let's get started. I'll explain things as we go. First of all, I will show you over here is Draco's board. He's the yellow player because there's no green in this. So here is his home board. He has some swamp here he needs to clear out. He has some peat he can cut. He has a little stall with a horse in it. Some wheat field, some flax field, and as you can see here, it's flooded in his farm. So he needs to get these ditches moving. He needs to move the ditches to dry out the land so he can use it more effectively. And also over here we have all the different resources. Like it starts with here with 5 food. So instead of having all these little chits sort of that you have in other games, here you just keep track like this. It's quite lovely actually. And also here is his barn. Here we can keep the different vehicles, cartridges and so on. It starts with some wood, some clay and some peat. And all of these spaces here are places that he can travel to in order to sell things for food. Food is sort of the currency of the game, so you'll use it to build buildings that we have all over here. There's a lot of different buildings. And you need food, you need different kind of resources like wood and sort of leather and all kinds of different things. And so over here I have my sort of stable or barn, and I have my field area where I can start working. So let's do that. And so the first round, this game is played over 9 rounds, and first of all, we start in the summer, then we go to winter and summer and so on. And the nice thing about this is that all of these worker placement places that you can see out here, it's a bunch up here and it's a bunch here, all of them are divided. So this is the summer side and this is the winter side. And we can do different things depending on sort of thematic. Like in the summer you can get some clay out with a shovel. But in the winter it's frozen in the ground, of course, so then instead you can go butcher some animals and do other things. And I'm not going to go over all of these different spaces right away because that's too much information, I guess. So I'll just start playing and we'll see as we go. So let's see, I'm the red player. I will start here with one of my workers. We have 4 workers each, and they have these little nice stickers. We have a family of workers or farmers. So the first thing I will do is I will go to Master. Master is a space where you sort of it's a workbench. So you're sort of improving your you're improving your axe, you're improving your spade and your shovel and your slaughtering table and so on. So you can get better at doing the different things. So the first thing I will do here, when I go here, I'm on number 2 here, so I can do 2 different improvements. So the first improvement is actually improving the working bench itself. So I will go to number 3 here, and that costs me 2 clay. So I will pay 2 clay, like that, and I've done one of those things that I could do, but now I'm up to 3, right? So now I instantly get another one, so now I can do 2 more things for 3 in total. So it will increase my wood cutter here, my axes, so that costs me 1 wood. So I get better at chopping wood. And I will increase my shovels, which costs me 1 wood as well. It's quite hard to see here, but there we go. So now I have a shovel pair, or 2 shovel pairs, and I have 4 in skill level of shoveling when I get going to get the clay. So that was my move. Now Draco, he can't go here, of course, because it's blocked by me. He could go over and do a winter action. One of us can do a winter action, or so one of us can do the wrong season action. Right now it's summer, but one of us could do a winter action. And if Draco goes over here and do it, then no, I can't go and do a winter action. But the thing is, you have this little marker. So I start in the summer, and Draco, he starts in the winter. But if he goes ahead and do a winter action now, then he loses that, and we have to switch again, and I will be the first one in the winter. So he doesn't really want to do that, but since the thing is, it's going to pass anyway. Like now it's summer, I start, and it's winter, he starts. So if I go over and do a winter action, it doesn't really matter for me because I'm going to be the second player in winter anyway. But you will see how that works as we go. Because Draco wants to do the same thing really that I did. He could also go over here where you have to pay 2 food to do an imitate. So he could copy my action and do the same thing that I did, but it cost him 2 food to do that. So I think he will stay away from that. Let's see, I think he will go for... I think Draco will sort of go for over here to the colonist. Then he will get 1 horse. And he can have the horse in his stall. Because the stall can hold up to 3 different animals, or 3 animals of the same kind, I would say. And when he did it, he also get to flip one of his tiles. This is my board, by the way. Sorry, it's Draco getting the horse, not me. I'm confused already. All right, and then he gets to flip one of his sort of swamp tiles here. And then it becomes a peat tile. As you can see here, if he keeps it like this to the end of the game, he would lose 4 points. But now, as he switched it, it goes from -4 to -1. And now we will add 4 peat here. Once he cuts that peat away, then this tile disappears completely and he just gets those minus points. And also he will get more space, of course, here that he can build. Because we are limited in space because of these the water in the farm area. So you have to either you have to move these dikes, or you will have to sort of find space down here by removing these swamp tiles. So that was Draco's move. He went to the colonists. Now it's my turn again. And well, you know what? I can do a winter action without losing anything, because Draco is going to be the first player in winter anyway. So I will go over here on this side and do a master action again. And so I will do the same thing, sort of. I will pay 2 clay to increase my workbench. And then I'm down to 2 wood, so I will just pay 1 wood to increase my axes again. And I will pay 1 wood to increase my shovels again. And I can't go to improvements on the same spot there. So now I'm good at chopping wood, and I'm good at digging out clay, and I'm good at moving dikes or ditches. But I don't have any resources now, so let's see how that goes. Now it's Draco's turn. Now he can't go over and do a winter action because I already did one. There's only 1 wrong action per season. So let's see, I think well, he does have some wood, so maybe he should grab a yeah, Draco's going to go to the farmer, and on the farmer he gets to purchase a plow. This one costs 1 wood, and you need something, some animal to drag it. So he will have to give up a horse, but the horse will be working with this plow. And so he will put the plow in his barn, and as you can see, it brings him 3 points at the end of the game. And so now also on farmer here, he gets per plow he gets 1 farm space, either wheat or flax. It's called flax or wheat. So he has 1 plow, so he will get this, and he will get some. Let's see, he will get another wheat field here. Oh, look at that! That's cute. They made these circles here in the wheat line. That's funny that they include this. Things like on the dike here, there's actually some sheep there. So there's all these details are quite lovely, and I mean I like the components of this game. They're solid and they really work well for what they're supposed to do. Just the graphics sort of somehow, I don't know, it's the colors maybe. I think it looks a bit dull, but I don't know. All right, so let's see. Now it's my turn. And now I will go and chop some wood, because I improved my access, so it's up to 5, so I will get 5 wood right away by going there. So that's not bad. And Draco, I think maybe he will actually build a building. So he will go to the builder. He can build one building. And if we look over here, I mean, it's a bunch of buildings he can build, but these ones here, the starter ones, are just require one kind of resource. Because I haven't explained this, but if we take a look at the wood here, this is a wood piece, but if we flip it over, it's a wooden plank. And this one will actually be worth half a point at the end of the game. And so it's the same with the clay. If you send this away together with some peat, then you will burn it into a what's it called? A brick, and you get 1 point at the end of the game. But you will also need these bricks and planks to do different things. Like down here, you need one of each to build one of these buildings. So he can't do that. So he will build one of these basic ones. It takes 1 resource of any kind of those 4, and 1 wheat, and he has that. So let's see, I think, yeah, he's going to spend 1 clay and 1 wheat. And let's look over here then, because he started with 1 wheat here. He will go down to 0 in wheat. And he will grab this farmer's house. It's worth 1 point in the end, and it's before each November he gets 1 peat cutting and 1 clay for free. And November is sort of when, well, it's the end of the summer, or sort of that summer season. So before the winter, every time he will get this for free. And he has only 1 place to put it, because it's sort of flooded here. So he'll put it down here. So that was his action. He built a building. Now it's back to me again. Yeah, I will just gather resources. I'll go with the clay worker, and I get 1 clay per shovel, and I'm up to 5 here because I improved that as well. So I get 5 clays. So sort of all of this season for me was improving my shovels and my axes, and then go get some resources for the winter, so I'm ready. And finally it's Draco again. Now what is he going to do? I think, yeah, of course, he's going to go and do some peat cutting. And he gets 1 cutting per spade, so he's getting 3. If we take a look over here, his big tile here, he will get to cut these 3. He will add them to his sort of resources in this barn. And there's 1 left here, but remember, before the winter, he will get 1 cutting. So, and that's where we are now. Well, now we're going to winter, he gets the cutting, and he also gets a brick. And this one is removed. So it's out of the game, and now he has more room to start building other stuff in the winter here. So now we go to the winter, like that. And everybody goes home, or sort of goes to the next. And now Draco is the first player in winter. So I will be on the bottom here. And we put Draco's pawns up here. And before we go into winter, a few things happen. If we take a look over here, I'm going to zoom in a little bit here. Here we have some. So at the end of the summer, we can do some shipping actions to sort of send our cartridges away to another city to sell things, or turn these resources into, to go to the sawmill and turn them into better resources. But right now none of us have any wagons, so we can't do that. Then we go to for each sheep and cow you can get food. None of us have sheep or cow. Then we go to the fields. So I have a wheat field, so I will get 1 wheat, and I have a flax field, I will get 1 flax. And if I had some forest, I will also get wood here. Now Draco, he built another wheat field, right? So he gets 2 wheat and 1 flax. I will just adjust that on the meters there. And then at the end of the summer, we will have to pay 3 food for our workers. It's sort of a set number. It's quite easy to pay the food in this game. But 3 food, and if we don't have food, we could pay in wheat or any animal that we wanted to. But we have the food, so I will go down to 2. Draco will go down to 2 in food. There we go, and then we will also have to pay 2 peat to heat the house for the winter. So we pay 2 each. Oh, I'm still zoomed in, sorry. All right, so that's what happens at the end of the summer. At the end of the winter, we're going to be able to ship some goods again if we have wagons. We're going to have breeding of the animals. If you have 2 of the same type, they're going to breed. They also need to be in, they don't want to breed if they're outside, so they want to be in a stable or stall to do that. And in this game, you actually get, if we have 4 horses, for example, then we will get 2 babies, so that's quite lovely. And also, if we have some sheep, we will get some wool here as well. And then we have to pay 3 food, and then that's it. We don't need to heat the house for the summer season because it's going to be warm outside anyway. So it's quite thematic, all these little things in the game, which I kind of like that. And I like that this is a 2-player game, but it's not fighting and so on. It's farming simulation. All right, so we are ready for the winter, and Draco is the first to act, and I think he needs to go for the master now. I mean, now one of us can go over and do a summer action, one of us. But if I do it, then I will not be the first player in the summer when we will switch them. If Draco can do it for free. So it could be a good idea for him actually to go over and do a summer action as soon as possible, because then he's sort of done it and he's blocking me from doing it because only one of us can do it. No, I think he will just go for the master. He will start off by paying 2 clay to improve his workbench to 3, which means he has 2 more things he can improve. Then he will spend 1 wood to improve his axes also. He needs that. And I think he will spend another wood to improve over here at the peat cutting, the spades. So he gets better at peat cutting because he wants to have a lot of places in his farm to build things. Also, when you get to the higher levels here, you will get points at the end of the game. So this is quite a big thing also for the points scoring at the end, to have your different things here upgraded. All right, so that was Draco. Now it's my turn. And I will go over here where I can build 1 vehicle and or 1 peat boat. So then we take a look over here at this little board. And so I will build myself a wagon. And you can build it as a basic one. It has 3 spaces, or you can build it as the upgraded one with 4 spaces, but then it costs more, of course. But also you could build it, I can build it like this, and then this little symbol here means that I can switch it. If we take a look over at the board here, it's quite a nice system. Like over here, I can do a switch of a tile over here. And that could be one of these, but it could also be switching, let's say, one of these tiles, doing the switch here like that and get the peat. So there's a lot of variations there you can do. I'll just buy a standard wagon. So that's going to cost me 5 wood and 1 horse. That's going to draw the wagon. So that's 5 wood, 3, 4, 5. That's all I have. And so I have a wagon. And the nice thing here also is, I mean, you have to sort of get the wagon during the game, of course, because right now I'm getting -3 points here. But when I cover that up, I get +1. So that's actually 4 points I'm getting there. And I have a wagon, so I can start shipping things at the end of every season. And that was my turn. Now it's Draco again. And let's see, what is he going for? I mean, he kind of wants the same thing, I guess. Yeah, he's going to go over and do a summer action. And he's going to a woodcutter, so he gets 4 wood. So now he's up to 5 wood, so he could build a wagon of his own. But you also want to, I mean, I'm considering, because at the end of the winter here, we're going to get breeding, so I kind of want to get 2 animals of the same kind to get that going. Yeah, I think, yeah, I'm going to go over here to the grocer, where I will get 1 peat cutting, so I will remove 1 from my field here. I will get, the gray means any type of animal. So I will get a cow, like that, put it in my stall, and I will get 1 wood and 1 clay. There's a lot of ways to get animals in this game. There's a lot of different spaces you can go to. And so it's Draco's turn. He wants to get another horse. He's thinking the same thing. So he will go over here to the cattle trader, where he will get a sheep, because that's nice as well. He will get some wool then at the end of the winter. And he will also get another horse. You can choose between a horse or a cow there. And he will get 2 wheat as well. So 1, 2. There we go. And so he will put the horse in his stall. But now the sheep can't fit there. So he can have it out here. And he can actually have it on the dike here. And sit there. So let's see. You can have one animal like that on each of them. And so it's my turn again. I have a lot of clay. We have to think about food as well. We're going to have to pay food here. Yeah, why not? I'll just go over to the potter, where I can pay 2, because I'm on the pottery wheels here, I'm on 2, so I can pay 2 bricks, and that will give me a total of 3 times 2, so I get 6 food and 2 peat. Because I sort of burned that clay. I'm not really sure how I got the food, but anyway, so that's 6. I'm up to 8 in food. It's nice. My Draco has to have the same kinds of thinking here. He also needs food. Not really. I mean, he has 2 food, and if he can't get the third one, he can always pay with the wheat for the third. So it's not that big of a deal. But maybe, is there anything else he would like to do? Yeah, maybe. I think actually he will go. I mean, he wants a wagon as well, right? But then he will have to go to imitate me here. But if he does that, it costs 2 food, so then he's really in food trouble. Well, no, I think he will go. Yeah, he will go over to the carpenter. And at the carpenter, you can either pay 2 bricks, which he doesn't have, to upgrade your stall into a stable. But you can instead you can pay 2 bricks, which he will do, and 1 wheat for the roof, I guess. And he will build another stall. Oh, let's see. Sorry about that. So here we have a stall, and he will place it down here. And now he can have the sheep in here, and once he gets another sheep, they will start breeding here as well, because they're in this warm, comfortable stall here. Alright, and it's my last action for the winter. I think I will go. I have some bricks still. Maybe I want to get some wood. Or do I want to... I need to get another cow, right? I can't do that. I don't think so. Well, I can actually imitate... Yeah, I will go to the labor, which I have to pay 2 food for, and do an imitate. So I will imitate Draco's cattle trader. So I will get 2 wheat. I get to a sheep. And I get to choose if I want a cow or a horse. I will get a cow then. So then we go, there we go, we're ready for the end of the winter. And at the end of the winter we can ship things. So now you will be able to see how that works. Alright, so I have my wagon. And what am I going to ship? I could go to Northern. I could ship away my sheep here and get 4 food. I don't want to do that though. It's going to give me wool. I'll just go to... Yeah, I'll just go to, let's see, to Essence. So I will put that in my wagon, like that. And I have 1 more space there, so I will put some wood there as well. And now what happens is the wood gets flipped over. I get it sawed into some planks. And the essence here, I get to, I can sell 2 wheat for 4 food. So I will remove 2 wheat and we get 4 food, so I'm up to 10. And now I take this tile here and I will put it over here. Let's see. like that, and I'm starting to build a road here. And the thing that I can see here right now, I'm seeing 0. The thing that I see is how many points I will get at the end of the game. So right now I get 1 point. I will just keep building this when I do these travels. So that's a good mechanic actually. Alright, so that was the first thing that happened in winter. The second thing that happens is the breeding. Now I will have 2 cows, so I will get a third cow. Little baby cow, I guess. And Draco will get a baby horse. Well, it's sort of not a baby for that long, it's already grown up. Yay! Right, and then we go to, we each have 1 sheep, so we'll get 1 wool each. Wool, I think it's called, yeah. And then we will have to pay 3 food, so I'm down to 7. Now Draco doesn't have 3 food, but then again he can pay 2 and 1 wheat instead of the food. And so we are ready for summer, so we will just, and I will be the first player in summer, so we'll put Draco's pawns on the bottom here, and I go on the top. And I will be playing another year or so in part 2 in the next video, so you can see a bit more of what's happening. We're going to build some more buildings and so on. So I hope you will watch the second part. I hope you will like the video, and take care. I'll see you in the next part.